Hi YouTube, how you doing? And today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to update a table from a select statement. I originally made this video, there was one way how to do it, a nice quick easy way, but I thought you deserved more than that, so I've re-recorded it with 4 ways how to do it. We cover merge statements, joins, a nice quick way how to do it with subqueries, and as with all my videos, I've broken up in the timeline below. If you have a look, it's broken up into each section, so you can skip to which part of the video you want to have a look at. Skip to the end if you want. But if you like the video, if it's helped you, hit like for me. If you want to see more of this sort of stuff, hit subscribe. And if you've got any requests, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoy the video. So once again, we're in AdventureWorks 2019. And this time we're going to update a table from a select statement. Previously I showed you how to do a tutorial on how to insert from a select statement, which I'll link to, but this time we're going to do the update. Here we have the person.person table, which is the table that we're going to update. We're going to update the person type column, and we're going to update it to CT, but just for marketing specialists. The problem is the person.person table isn't going to tell us who are the marketing specialists. So we have to get that information from the human resources employee table. And here I've joined them together and we can see that it's just 5 rows we're going to update. There is one thing that I'll show you quickly. Because we're updating it to CT, to do this I had to find the person.person table, go to constraints and the person.type constraint. It wouldn't let me update it to CT, it only lets you update it to rows within here. So to do that I copied this and pasted it in there, and you can change it to whatever you want. And as you can see along here we've got CT. Then you just run that in and it will fix it for you. So method 1 is the subquery method. This is just going to show us the IDs that we want. These 5 here, exactly the same. It'd be effectively just changing it to this. This is our query that we copied in here. So we're going to update the person table. We're going to set the person type to be CT, where this value is in this value. Now I could, if I wanted, do where it's in 18, 21, 22 and so on. And that's all right for 5 rows, but sometimes when there's 500 of them, I'm not going to sit there and update 500 numbers to get my update working. So I'll just do a quick subquery. In this case, I run that, it's nice and quick, 5 rows affected. And as we can see, we can query this again, and now the person type will be CT. And we can see that it hasn't updated everything because there's lots of other EMs within there. So let's change this back. Same again, we'll just commit that. And that's method 1, that's the subquery. Method 2 is the merge statement. A slightly more complicated way of doing it, but quite an effective way, providing you're not doing too many rows. And it's very, very much similar to this join up here. So what we've got is, this is our initial query that we spoke about earlier, with just the 5 rows, and we're going to say the value within this query here, I want to merge that, into the person table using these values. And just like a join, we're joining on these values. And when they're matched, I'm going to just update person.type, the person type column to equal CT. So let's run that. 5 rows updated. And we can see that once again it's updated. Let's change that back. Method 3. This is just exactly the same as the join here. All I'm doing is going update person.person, set person type, c equals CT, and then I'm taking my from clause here. So let's go back to my example. And that too, we'll just update those 5 rows, and we can see just here, that's what updated. Method 4, another popular method, as I've said here. This one, I don't tend to use this, but if you look around in forums like Stack Overflow and stuff, a lot of people suggest using this. So I threw it in there because you'll come across it quite a bit. It's a cross between the merge statement and the subquery between number 1 and 2. So once again, you can see what it's doing here. It's just going to update. It's going to grab the values. It's going to update just as it is for the third method here. But instead of a join, we're just going to say where those 2 values are exactly the same. Those are the 5 rows updated. And those will be updated there. Commit that to avoid any locks. Now, looking at all these here, let's ignore the first 3 queries. This is all down to preference. Some of these would suit larger query sets and result sets, whilst others are just quick ones. Now, I prefer to use this for larger result sets because I can index these and it can be more efficient, whereas with a subquery, I always find that it's got to do more reads. So for small quick work, that's just nice and quick and easy. But that's why I prefer the third method. Let me know which method you prefer in the comments below, and if you've got any questions, put them there also. And thanks for watching.